Okay, hi Talila.
Hi.
Hello everyone. I'm Ari, the head of Mofet's Online Academy. Welcome, and I would like to thank you for joining us. If you can hear me, please write in the chat area. Thank you, Dorina. Thank you, Orit. Okay, and again, I would like to thank you for joining us. If you have any problem during the webinar, if you cannot hear us, just try the F5 key on the keyboards. This webinar is part of our ICT in Education program at the Mofet's Online Academy. The webinar is in the field of mobile learning, creating your city and town interactive learning map. I would like to present Talila Yehiel, the lecturer in this webinar, in few words. Talila Yehiel graduated from the Ceramic Design Department at Bezalel Academy of Art in Israel. She also holds a master's degree from the History of Art Department at Tel Aviv University. She has extensive experience in teaching students at all levels, as well as in mentoring teachers. Her academic background, which integrates the material world, the creative process, and the world of research, furnishes her with tools that afford profound insights and a rich diversity of working strategies. Mrs. Yehiel has been involved in the creation of special tailor-made sites for museums visits, a project called Location-Based Learning, The Wandering. She has tried it out on various groups of students and adults. I hope that you will find this webinar interesting and useful. Talila, the microphone is yours.
A minute. Okay. Shalom. Hello, everybody. Just John, can you hear us now? John? In a minute, I will introduce myself, but do you see that you can vote underneath the presentation? There is a hand. So because John has a problem, audio problem. If you can hear us well, please vote and raise your hand. So I will go on. Okay.
Talila, you can start.
Okay. Thank you, Arya, for the introduction. Now I would like to introduce myself and my experience in creating meaningful learning environments outdoors, indoors. I am an artist, an art and science educator. I have been wandering around the globe in the last 4 years, creating interactive maps and sites with students and professionals for mobile learning. Today, you will get an introduction to my course. The cover pictures were taken in different places around the city. The bicycle graffiti is from Rosario, Argentina. In the 80s, those who opposed the dictator disappeared suddenly from their homes. A local artist sprayed the bicycle on every house. The other cover picture is the insect house. located in a park in London. These are examples of an object and a place of interest. When you stand in front of the graffiti or when you walk near the insect's house, all your senses should be involved in the experience. Now, I would like to show you how these places become learning sites for the community with the help of mobile technology. You have questions, please write in the chat. What can we do around the city? You can see Pinerolo map and a graffiti, Irma Banderia, which Pinerolo is a town in northern Italy. When I worked with Marta, which is now in class. I was a visiting lecturer there last year. I work with students from the tourism high school. We discovered the city and created an interactive map. What kind of experimental activities can we do here? How can we learn? How can we create a learning community in our cities? This is our question for tonight. In a few minutes, you will see how Irma Banderia, who was a partisan in the Second World War, became an experimental site for students. Our supportive platform is The Wandering. The creation of the Wandering platform was inspired by the great philosopher Walter Benjamin. The philosopher Walter Benjamin defined the difference between a tourist in the city and the wandering person. The tourist has a map and goes from one famous monument to the other. He reaches the monument and tells himself, I was here, and moves on. On the other hand, we have the wandering person. He is relaxed, and that enables him to fill the place with all his senses. We are going to follow him. Nowadays, when we talk about smart cities, we think about education. And educators want to challenge their students and connect indoors with outdoors. Now I will explain about the basic component and the wandering platform. Basic component is a station. A station is an object of interest in the real world. A station has 4 stages. You are directed to go to exact place. You are asked to demonstrate a specific activity that will yield an outcome, and you will get an information. Here is the scheme of the activity. And now I would like to zoom in into the station and make it more specific. In one sentence, we can summarize that a place, a building, a tree, a statue, a work of art, or an artifact, or a natural element are a places of interest. So, whenever you go, you can find something meaningful to do, an activity unique to this place. You may want to share the outcome of this activity with others or widen your horizons by getting more information about the place. Now I will show you examples for these ideas. Let's start with the go phase. When visitors open the station, they see direction to the place of interest. How do I direct a visitor to find the exhibit or the installation? During the course, we will study how to write a descriptive text, a text that challenges your student and will help him to reach the place of interest. To the right, you see a description for the exhibit in the Natural History Museum in London. The next phase is the do. What is the appropriate activity in this place? How do I challenge my students and visitors? Here are some activity verbs that you can use. On the right side, there is an activity that Jeremy, a 6th grade student from London, wrote. So you see his flow, his vocabulary, and I think it's very, very nice and intelligent activity to do in front of the fossil. The next stage is the share. We share an idea, a reflection, or a thought. And here you see Marta's students in front of the Irma Banderia graffiti. You see their interpretation for the idea freedom. The info phase is additional information about the specific activity. Here is a place to give your visitors additional knowledge. The authentic info is an interview with an expert. You can see information that Greta wrote in front of the object in the Natural History Museum and what Marta wrote about Irma Banderia graffiti. Is the idea of a station, a learning site is clear? Please write in the chat or vote. So I will move on and we will practice the idea. Is it clear to you? Can you raise your hand or write in the chat if you understand the concept of a station? Okay. Thank you, Andrea. Okay, so now let's practice. We are looking at the aerial picture of Complutense University campus in Madrid. The event took place at the Belle Arte faculty. I would like to show you a picture and I would like you to guess, what did I ask the students to do? What was the relevant activity if this is their outcome. You can write in the chat, or you can raise your hand and Arya will open your mic. Do you have any idea? I will give you a hint. Here is another outcome for the same activity. So you see that it's related to the site, different places around the art faculty, different students demonstrated or had different ideas, teamwork in those stations. Yes, this is nice, but it's related to the facade or to the building, because the team relate to the facade and they have to explore something. So it's, I think, Andrea, about an activity that can be related to the resistance. It was dancing, okay, John, but it has to be related to the building. So think about an experimental activity related to that is related to the building, that this is the solution for their problem. They have to analyze the mission, and this is their solution or their idea to the activity that I asked them, to the problem that they had to solve. This is actually a problem that they have to solve, and they presented it here. The hint is the Vitruvian Man. Here is the hint. The Vitruvian Man is a symbol. It's Leonardo's ideas about proportion. To find examples of classic art in their campus. Very nice, you're very close. Thank you, Yasna. And here is the station in one screen. I asked them to go and find a personal place that ignites their interest. So every group looked and found another place. And then they have to find a way to estimate the size of the element using their body. I call this station, this activity, measure the mass. They had to measure the mass of this building, and the info, an appropriate info would be an interview with the architect who designed the building and hear his ideas about proportion. So now it's clear, and we will do it vice versa. This is a picture that was uploaded in an ethnobotanical garden in Cholula in Puebla in Mexico. And here is another picture for the same activity. So do you have an idea? What did I ask them to do if this is the outcome? again. This is one process of getting older. Very nice. Mariana, hi. Try to press F5. F5, and maybe you will hear. Okay, the process of getting older, it's very nice. You can see it here. I asked them to find 3 objects and create a timeline. So this is the picture that they uploaded, and you see that each group, each student found a different solution to this challenge to create timeline in situ. During the course, you will choose places of interest. Those places will become the center of experimental experiences that you will create on the platform. You are free to choose the place of interest and the subject matter that you would like your students to learn about and experience. We are going to give you a glimpse about the process. Here are 3 images. A passage to the left is a passage in the heart of Pinerolo. Look carefully to the right and you will see graffiti. In the center, there is a bench. The bench is in the Albert Dock beside the Thames in London. On the left, there is a water tower in Naharia. Please write in the chat what activity is the appropriate activity to demonstrate here. You can choose one picture and write an activity that you as a professional in heritage, a professional in language, would like to ask your visitors or students to demonstrate. Feel free. There is no right or wrong. Everything is acceptable. So you can write your ideas. I can share with you students' idea. In Pinerolo, Marco, who created the station, asked his peers ideas for the municipality to keep the place nice and clean. Or how can we fight vandalism in the city center? So this activity arose the sense of community, the sense of ownership on this historical site. So you can write mathematical concept or phenomenon that is related to physics that we can demonstrate here around the water tower, beside the water tower, the bench, or the patio. Okay, if you have idea later, please write. Maybe we will, I will enter with you the museum in UPAEP University. UPAEP, it's the university in Puebla, where I was a visiting lecturer last year. So we're in the exhibition. There are 19, okay. Okay, I'm going back. So please read Yasna comment in the chat. If I would be a foreign language teacher, I could ask my students to write story about how this boat ended up in this pretty strange position, or to make a short video about it. Very nice, Yasna. Yeah, when we are in the place, we can relate to it and how, and every place is a starting point for a story, and each student will come up with a different idea for a different starting sentence to his story. So that's how we encourage students to demonstrate their creativity. Very nice. That's, you got the idea. Any other ideas about these places in the city? So we will enter the portrait exhibition in the museum. And now I would give you personal ideas. Yasna, you are a nurse and one figure is your patient. Okay. What question would you ask him? Mariana, you are a geographer and the explorer captures your heart. What question will you ask him? Nelly, you are a political figure today, and you are going to interview a political figure from the 19th century. What question would you ask him? Orit, you are a writer. Choose one of the figures and here is your inspiration for a story. Share with us your first sentence. And all the other that I didn't mention their name, can choose a figure that you would like to interview. Look deeply in their eyes. Share with us a question you would like to ask them. Sorry, now they are very, very small, but you can imagine they are in the gallery and they are in a larger format, and you look in their eyes, and what question would you like to ask these people? Andrea, we have here America. You can ask America from the South America. Do not hesitate. Every question, I will accept every question. It's a way for us. Yes. Very nice. Thank you, Mariana. I can tell you that I walked with nurses and I asked them to relate this portrait as if they are their patients. And this was with their in the medicine faculty. And it was a real challenge for them to look in their eyes deeply. And as a nurse, to ask them a question, a professional question. This how we can aim. If I am a doctor, I would ask the. Okay, thank you. Very nice, Yasna. Thank you. Thank you, Orit. So you understand that your activities should surprise your students without unexpected games and routes. You see here the map of Puebla, Mexico, on the platform. Each drop is a station. We can create many games and route with these stations. During the course, you will create your site, a game, a route, and you will be able to examine it with your audience and students. Now, you can see museum site, the final, the site that I will send you at the end with museums and heritage sites around Puebla. The exhibition layout, you can see that each visitor can choose the activities that he likes with the tags, and you can see that behind each monument there are activities. Visitors can find easily the car in the automobile car museum, the picture or the statue in the Baroque museum, and the plant in the botanical garden. This is a site that you will be able to see at the end of the webinar, and you will see that all the places in the city are connected on one platform. The same methodology, the same technology, the same philosophy. Your work, you will be evaluated and you will be able to evaluate your students on a site, an evaluation site. Here we see a screenshot with one student, his name is in the orange. This is Marta's class. And Yellow line beside the picture is the station that he created. The green line is the station that he commented at. So here is a picture about your class and their achievements on the project. Here is the path that we are going to follow. To the left, I start from the left to the right. Students, you and your students will create original content around the city. Then you will create games for target groups. We can create also scientific experiments. You can see and view recommended activities around the globe, and you are able to evaluate your activities. Do you have questions about the flow in the course? Please write in the chat. Here are the main topics. One place, one artifact, many questions, many activities. We will create scientific monitorings. We will find and collect and analyze scientific data. We will do qualitative and quantitative peer evaluation for the created stations. And I really encourage you to create a research, your own research around your project. What do we expect from you? I will give you all the support to create your mobile learning map based on location. You will try your sites with your students and visitors. And I hope that you will choose to conduct your own research. I will give you all the related data, and I hope that you will like it and publish it. How do we conduct this course? So we have synchronized meeting, 11 synchronized meeting. We will set an hour, and we will have a site on the Moodle. All the presentation, I will upload all the presentation, and you will be able to join them and use them in your own pace. At the end of the course, you will get a certificate. And do you have questions that you like to ask about the course? So I invited Marta. I would like her to speak and tell you about the project that she created with her students. So you will have an idea about the way you learn and you implement what you have learned. So Arya, please open Marta's mic.
The microphones are open. Marta, you just have to click on the...
Okay, done.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Well, our workshop and our interactive map was something wonderful. As Talila has explained, the school is in a medium town, not very small, not very big, but with an old history, with many museums, many traditions, very near the mountains. So there were many subjects and many interesting points to focus. Obviously, the Wonder offered us a wonderful tool to learn about our territory and to interact with it and to render our information, our learning useful to anyone who might go to Pinerolo, because our site was also published in the town hall tourist web. So one of the best things of the platform is that you share it, everything, every information, every experience, you share it with everybody. Don't know. Do you have any questions?
Thank you, Marta. If you have any questions, I inserted in the chat Marta's and Pinerolo's site, so you can see the activities that they created. You can see the evaluation site in it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Don't know what else.
sorry.
And students were very motivated. They were very interested, and they got very involved in the project. And not just the, let's say, the good diligent students, but everyone, even those who don't want to study, or even those who have actually some problems with learning problems. That was also it, a very good point, very positive for all of them.
Thank you, Marta. And for Andrea and those who speak Spanish, I insert now the site from Rosario, Argentina, that was created by my students, Claudia, for the Semana del Arte in Rosario. So you have an idea how we can use the site in a community. You see now picture my students, Magdalena from Poznan, from Poland, presented in several educational conferences in Prague and in Malta. So she used the platform as an English teacher, and she created with her students the teens map for Poznan. We celebrate now Purim. It's a holiday, the carnival holiday. And I would like to end with this site that we experienced last year in the Israel Museum this time. And what you see here is the interactive map with noisemakers. And to the right, you see students and visitors' ideas for the chaotic noisemaker. So the idea is that each visitor had an activity beside the noisemaker, and each visitor interpreted his personal interpretation for the mission, and it's kept in the gallery. So I will send you relevant site. I will send you the smart city video. I hope you like the idea, and please ask questions. Now it's your questions time. Here is my mail. You are invited to write me. I will be happy to answer your questions, your comment for the presentation. You can ask Marta. You can click on the mic and open your mic.
Hello.
Talila, are you going to play the video?
I forgot about it. Okay. Sorry, I have now a video. Sorry. Yeah. So here is the video. Well, what is very interesting. Thank you, Andrea. Andrea, this is for you. Okay, so here is the video. I would like to thank you very much. Thank you a lot. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you. I hope you will choose to join the course. Let me know if you have more questions about the program, the project. I will be happy. Thank you, Dorina. Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you, Talila. And next week you will receive, all of you will receive recording of the webinar and also the presentation and the details about Talila's course. And we hope to see you participants in this course. Thank you.